can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
It's not my mom. Lacey! Huh? This guy's following me, Lacey. Who is he? I don't know. He's been following me since. JR!
Boss, what up?
He's been following me
What up?
since I've been calling you.
JR, just coming out. Call the police. The E's in his car?
No, he's been following me since 60 seconds.
Call the police.
I tried not to get it, so I just kept coursing the street back and forth.
I ain't hear the phone.
I thought I was running. He was gonna like grab me. So, hi, I'm on 6214 Calmaya Roses Road.
On a bike, and it was all caught on video.
Somebody in there, I don't know. Somebody in there. Yeah, why?
After asking if the 78-year-old is alone at her South Louisville home, the situation grows more disturbing. He gets handsy, acting like he's wiping something off of her backside, but then gropes her repeatedly until an uncomfortable Fletcher stops him.
I was so mad that it happened. And I was thinking, what could I have done different? But I don't know what I could have done different.
Loved ones tell Fletcher not to blame herself. Still, her granddaughter, Jessica, is sickened that someone violated the matriarch of her family.
I mean, for anybody, but for an older woman, she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. So whatever the reason is behind it, it's unacceptable.
Fletcher's family still wrestle with why this happened. Was the young man scoping the scene to possibly rob her? Does he need help for a health issue or substance use disorder? Or was this a social media or TikTok trend with young people doing inappropriate things to go viral?
All right, Shalom. Before I begin, I'd like to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the Great Millstone who teach this 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect that be in the house of David. All right, so I showed you the clip. You know what I'm saying? These women, bro, it's coming. All right. It don't matter if you're a Edomite, you know what I'm saying, an Ammonite, an Ishmaelite, an Israelite. You know, ultimately, the judgment has been set and it's been determined against you women. The only women who gonna have a covering in the days that we're coming into is the elect woman. All right, and that's an Israelite woman. So you seen what was going down in the clips. All right, you got men punching through windows. All right, coming for you women. All right, you got men walking down the street chasing you women. All right, up to the address and the doorstep in which you're visiting. And if it wasn't a man there in that resident, all right, you know, you brought bad news to the other woman that was there. But in their case, it was a man there. All right. And in the last video, all right, you had the young niggas. All right, and this is why Trump is getting ready to unleash absolute hell on you fucking YNs. All right, you see what this nigga is doing. All right, he done walked up on the Edomite woman porch. All right, and grabbed, you know what I'm saying, felt up on her. You know what I'm saying, grabbing on her ass and shit. You know, you niggas are, man. That's why when this thing goes down, all right, it's going to be, as the scriptures say, the worst time known since mankind. And 2/3 of our people are going to get absolutely used and abused and wiped out during that time. So let's go read a couple of scriptures, Lord willing. All right, be edifying. First scripture I'm going to read is right here in Isaiah 32. In verse 9, it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." All right, because in the times that we're coming into, all right, when these things happen, all right, there's not going to be nobody coming to your defense. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lawless society. And the scriptures speak about in Ezekiel 9 in verse 4 on down, how the angels going to go through the city and they're going to slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. So it's not gonna be no mercy showed out here just because you're an old woman. All right, that particular scripture starts out with slay utterly, meaning to kill, old and young, because an old person is they're less able to defend themselves. All right, like when that nigga walked up on that old Edomite woman porch, he was asking her, was anybody in the house? All right, and what do you think was gonna happen if nobody was in that house? All right, that young nigga was gonna overpower her. All right, and he was gonna seize her and take her by force. All right, and what pleasure do you niggas was gonna get out of violating a 60, 70-year-old woman? All right, that just goes to show you that Jake is fucking sick in his head right now. It's a perverse spirit running through this fucking place, and 2/3 of our people, they embody that spirit, especially these young niggas. All right, Isaiah 32 verse 11, it say, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." And you can see how afraid those women were. All right, even the Jake woman. All right, when the big Jake dude was walking up on her. All right, you seeing how fearful these women are? And they're gonna be way more fearful than they are now in the times that we're coming into. Because think about it, right now, society is still running. They can still call 911. You still got Captain Saver hoes out here. All right, you still got men that'll stand up for women when they see other men trying to violate them. But in the days that we coming into, that shit gonna be out the window. All right, because a man is gonna understand and know putting his life on the line to save a woman that's not his is not. It's not gonna be player in that day. All right, because you might not make it home that day. All right, and then your family, your women, your daughters, your sons, all right, are up for the same judgment that woman was up for. So it's going to be a cold world out here, all right? Verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant field, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yeah, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. All right, and we know how Jake lived in the city. Jake is the biggest consumer in these cities. All right, so it ain't gonna be joyous no more. It's gonna be, all right, a horror show out here. This is Isaiah 19. I'm gonna jump down to verse 14. It say, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt. And this is America, because America is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, where Yahushua was crossed out and red Jesus was put up. It say to every, it's like it say the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua had mingled a perverse spirit. The word perverse means unacceptable spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt, again being America, to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right, and that's why, again, you see the average American citizen, all right, walking around like a, you know what I'm saying, this place is just a freak show, all right. Even those that pretty, you know, on the outwardly they got their shit together, on the inside, you know, they spiritually discerned and wicked as well, all right. And when society goes to shit, they gonna whack out too, all right. Especially when this verse right here comes to play, verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. All right, these jobs are leaving this place. All right, work is, the grinding is starting to cease. All right, and that's just gonna leave more idle time for these men, all right, to sit up and scope out you women. All right. Verse 16, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord Yahweh Shemel of hosts, which he shaketh over. All right, Jacob's trouble is gonna put a dark cloud over America. All right, and the Lord is bringing it. All right, and in that time, verse 17, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. All right, these young niggas, these 2/3, they're gonna be a terror over here to a certain degree. All right, because even though Esau got the guns, he got the AI, he got the technology, you know, he gonna kill a lot of you niggas, but a lot of these niggas gonna kill a lot of you Edomites. All right, because Jake is gonna wake up to the these 2/3 Jakes, they're gonna wake up to the scheme that's being ran on them, as far as Esau trying to get rid of them. All right, that goes for the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. They're gonna realize that at the end of the day, you're the problem. All right, but by the time that happens, all right, who knows? I mean, you niggas gonna already be got gunned down out here. But Jake is gonna raise up on E. All right, and Jake gonna get his fair share of wins on them devils, all right? So again, it say in the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts, which he had determined against it. All right, because the Lord said, let me go up to the top of the same chapter, into verse 2. It says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Now, the modern day Egyptian is Esau. All right, America being spiritual Sodom and Egypt. But 2/3 of our people, they come in the spirit of Egyptians as well. All right, because as the man that rule the city is, such are they that dwell therein. And 2/3 of our people, they had a mindset in the lust of the ease. All right, the Edomites. You know, Yahweh said in John chapter 8, verse 44, ye are of your father, the devil. All right, so the Lord gonna say, you know what I'm saying, American citizens against American citizens. All right, Edomites against Edomites. All right, and all the other nations that reside over here, they gonna fight. As it goes on to say, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and we know what goes down when that happens. A city divided in itself cannot stand. All right, verse 3, it say, in the spirit, all right, the heart, the mind of this place, the vibration of this place of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. All right, because people ain't, you know, as it goes, I tell you about that in 2 Ezra 15 and verse 14 on down, how these people ain't going to be listening to these politicians, these senators, these governors, these law officials. They ain't going to be listening to none of that. They're going to take matters into their own hands. And that's when Esau is going to use the military, which he's already ramping that up right now. And he already gave them the green light to shoot American citizens. But he going to use the military. And after the military, the American military, you know, because they're going to get called off to go fight over there in the land of Yahweh, the land of Yahweh Shaphat over there in the so-called Middle East. The Northern Army is going to get removed. All right, and that's when you're going to have that foreign army and you're going to have that AI army. All right, policing you fucking people. That's the oncoming judgment. All right, because you niggas ain't going to be listening to the law officers anyway, so they're going to put the AI robots out there and let them, all right, police your asses. So again, it's saying the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. All right, verse 4, and the Egyptians, all right, you American people, will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. That's Nero Trump today. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts. And you see what Trump is doing? He's moving very fierce. All right, he got the military arrived in Chicago a couple of days ago. All right, you know, they running down on you niggas in D.C. All right, they soon coming, what I think he said, Oakland. All right, New York. All right, Trump got these boys ready to go. All right, but he's just doing what the Lord is making him do. All right, he ain't doing shit on his own. The Lord is making that devil do this because the Lord is coming back. And on the Lord's way back, you know, he got to deal with you 2/3, all right, that reside over here in America. He got to get you out the way. You got to get your last punishment, all right? And that goes for wicked Israelites around the world as well. But the biggest bulk of wickedness that's forced in this earth comes from America. And 2/3 of you niggas, Latinos and Native Americans, you're at the head of it, all right? You read this right quick. All right, and that goes for the fucking YN nigga women too. All right, judgment time is coming. All right, it's Isaiah 51 and 20. It say, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the rebuke of thy power. You know what I mean? So you see these YNs at these corners of these streets and, you know, doing what it is they do. All right, judgment is getting ready to come their way. Let me read this in Proverbs 7 and verse 11, because, you know what I'm saying, these women the same fucking way. It says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. It's for these young nigga women. All right, now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. All right, just like these niggas. All right, and that's why the Lord is coming back to get these 2/3, men, women, and children. All right. And those that, you know, survived the siege of Esau, all right, you know, The Lord gonna rag and tag them with that charagma and leave them here to be melted through the thermonuclear destruction, as well as the laser beams from the chariots. All right, but that day ain't far away. But before that day can come, this day must come. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up. The time speaking of is Jacob's trouble. The great prince was standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. All right, and that's the elect. All right, those are the ones written in the book. So this is just something quick and to the point, you know what I'm saying? Saw these clips last night, you know what I'm saying? Want to do a lesson on it, speak on it a little bit. All right, rise up, you careless women. All right, so Abaratazai was edifying. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, Kwam Yasharala, the Bible Ball, Shalom.